Hello, beautiful one. So I had a conversation that was really powerful the other day, and I thought it might be beneficial to share it here. So I do get this question a lot, where people that I work with, clients, students, they will say to me that they really love the understanding of their wholeness, right? Their soul space, their God space, their higher selves. They really love the understanding of the quantum. They know there's more than just the 3D world, the regular everyday life, right? So they understand there's this bigger space of themselves, but they don't know how to, or if it's even possible to, be both of those things at the same time. And I had a very, very dear friend who was questioning this recently, and she said to me, I just don't understand how I can maintain and connect with all of this space of me that I know is real, that I am one with God, and that I have these higher selves, and I am this quantum being, but how do I put that in these very everyday 3D, mundane, physical experiences with people who do not see what I see. They do not feel what I feel. She went on to explain how many of the spaces have been heavy. They've been uncomfortable, difficult, traumatic even, that she's had to deal with, right? And walk through personal experiences. And she has an immense amount of faith and is an incredibly strong and brilliantly vibrant light, but she's at this space of seeing herself as two spaces of herself. And I think she's also realizing that she can no longer box herself up and be one thing over here, and then when she's with these people or doing these things, she's going to be something else, another space of herself. She's realizing that she can't do that anymore, you know? Many of us go through these spaces. Some are still really more comfortable with boxing. They like to be who they are with their time with space like this, med classes, sessions, our beautiful Acasma grid, our family of light, our group chat. They're that higher space of themselves in those connections. And then they go to the dinner table and they sit across from their loved ones, and they are very material world, 3D, everyday life person. And then there are many of you who can't do that anymore, right? Like this dear friend of mine was saying. I did the I can't do it anymore as well. I actually found a video that I made of me sitting outside in my garden. I believe it's 2017. And I was saying that I was going to start a YouTube channel, and I was going to begin an outreach to be there for everyone who was feeling as I was. And I was saying I was done with separating myself out into two worlds, a rat race world. I called it like the hamster in the wheel that just keeps running. It's not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to change. The wheel's still going to be the same wheel every day. I couldn't do that anymore. And so I get that, right? I understand that. And it's a natural part of your expansion. So anybody who's in that space, you can know that that's a really good sign, actually. It can feel uncomfortable because you're stretching yourself, right? Your consciousness is shifting, your energy is shifting, your physical body is changing to assimilate and process and hold you. And your heart needs more. Your heart needs more. It cannot lie to itself anymore, if you will. It can't pretend to be okay with those are the conversations we have, and those are the things we do. It just can't get by in that vibration anymore. And when I say the conversations we have and the things we do, there are many things that happen in everyday life, like at work or with friends that come over, or family that comes over, or you go somewhere, or, you know, you meet with people and they want to discuss things that are very lower vibration. They're just either gossipy, talking about others, or complaining about everything that's wrong with them or the world, and going on and on and on about these things, where all that's happening in that space is those things are being fed energy to continue to be what they are. And so it's not a beneficial space. And that's why many of you are feeling as if you need to get out of that, and you need to be honest about it, and you need to move into a new way of being. And you can't box yourself up anymore. You can't compartmentalize yourself up anymore to be spiritual in this space and then physical, regular Joe in the other. You're too expansive now for that. And that's a good thing. Allow yourself that advantage of that viewpoint. That's a good thing. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Repeat that to yourself if you need to. This is a good thing. This is bringing exactly what you need. This is you aligning exactly where you need to go. So trust and allow and lean in and be who you need to be. And if you come from a space of love and patience, because many that are very close to you, they are being given the opportunity and the advantage to also shift their lives because they're close to you. So they're part of your immediate collective. You have your own immediate collective. I did another video on this. And your energies do affect one another. And when one of you moves into the next space of themselves, the others are given almost like a notice, if you will, in the energetic field, that we have the opportunity to upgrade. We have the opportunity to awaken and ascend into the next space of our energy as well. And how that happens is through your experiences with one another. And sometimes that is very similar to what an individual goes through when they have what the spiritual community calls dark night of the soul, but I do not like that term, and I choose to use enlightened day of the being, because it's just a perceptual view, but it's a powerful shift. So it doesn't have to be drawn out and long and taking you to the depths of hell in order for you to want to change your life. That's a program, and if you want to follow it, you can, but it can also be beautiful and powerful, and spaces in which you meet yourself with love and you rise up to the next space of you in you. And that's what I teach. That's what we're here for. Acasma Quantum Energy Facilitators, and there are many of us now. Acasma Quantum Energy Facilitators are here to assist all humans who are ready to function from a higher space of consciousness in their healing and evolution process. You do not have to replay every wound and every space of pain in the way in which you have been taught and programmed to believe you have to replay it in order to heal it. That is not true. I am proof of it, and I have clients all over the world from all different backgrounds of belief structures who they are proving this as well. We're functioning at a higher consciousness, and in that vibrational state things are very different. So allow yourself to lean in and trust yourself. And the reason why you may be feeling this uncomfortable space of trying to be something you're not anymore is because you're ready to be who you are in all spaces of you now. Allow you and lean into you. That means trust you, trust yourself, trust your higher selves, trust your God space, trust that you're fully connected to God. Source is embodied in you. You are human form of the divine. And the divine space origination point is available to you at any moment. There's no separation. You need no man or woman to get you into connection with this space. It is you. And the thing is when you realize this being you, your wholeness in all spaces of you, your mundane, everyday physical, material world, 3D world, that's what everybody wants to call it, yes? When you realize that being you, your wholeness in your 3D world is an option and you allow it, you've just answered your own prayer. Because many of you pray for God to help you change your 3D world. Many of you pray, hope, seek for God to help you change your 3D world. And the way in which your 3D world changes is when you allow God to show up in it through you. Be you. Be your wholeness. Be your God space in all spaces of you from love. Don't go into your 3D world condemning all of them for not thinking the way you think or liking what you like. When I first opened up this door to my wholeness into my 3D world and started pulling the walls out, they didn't come down all at once. They came down in pieces, right? One of the ones I took out, I brought home the tarot deck into a very Christian fundamental home. My whole family was that way. And I brought a tarot deck home that I was told my whole life I couldn't look at, yes? And I was looking at it and I thought it was fascinating. And I was enjoying myself. And I told my husband about it. And this was a long time ago. This was probably, I don't know, 16 years ago. And my husband said to me, I don't care if you do it, but I don't want to do it. So it's okay with me for you to do it. It's your life, it's your experience, but I don't want to do it, so please don't do it for me. And that was it. And I said, okay. So I didn't try to talk him into liking it or why would you say that? I said, okay. I was grateful to just be me. I don't need anybody else to want to be what I am. I am sufficient in my own world with just me being who I need to be. I am not in any way wanting to be responsible for anyone else to be who they need to be. And then years went by and my husband watched me and learned from my actions, not me preaching at him or trying to get him to like what I liked or do what I do. He kept doing his world his way and I did mine my way. And every once in a while we would go through these spaces where we would both level up and shift. But he always met me. He always came with me because he loves me so dearly. And yet he stood his ground and spoke his truth and still does every step of the way. And now we're in a space where he's sharing with me when he sees light beings, yes. And he's asking me to read card for him before he takes a big test, or what crystal is good to have around, or can I make him a blessing card with crystals before his, event he has coming up. Allow them to find their way on their path, but be a light on your own that is so beautiful and loving that it shines over onto theirs with kindness, with full acceptance and no attachment. And they will find their way to align with you through love. And any in your life that don't find their way to align with you in love are not ready, and that's okay. If you're really coming from love, you allow them to be in the space they're in until they're ready to be in another space. There's no judgment. Now, some of these spaces can be uncomfortable. Yes, of course, because some people can be in a conscious space where they can't come from love in response to you. But that's not your problem. Your responsibility lies in how you respond to them, yes, but do it for you, for how you are aligning your future experiences based on what you're doing with your now. Yes? And allow them to go that need to go, and allow them space to rise, those that are taking that time to rise. And just don't attach. Come from love. Stay in your lane. Do you. And stay authentic. And allow. But there's no more boxing up I'm spiritual when I'm here, and when I'm over here, I'm 3D. When I'm at my day job, or when I'm mothering, or when I'm out for drinks, or whatever your thing is. There's no more boxing yourself up. Many of you can't do that anymore. You're too conscious. And once you lean in and allow this flow of you, and you allow these walls to come out, and these boxes to drop, and these lids to be removed, you're going to realize that your prayers are answered because you finally let God into every space of your life through you. The God within you in every space of your life. The other way, you have boxed that space of miracles out because you have said that space is not ready for that vibration. But then you beg and plead and ask for assistance, but you won't open the door to it. So, I hope this blesses someone. I offer it with love. Thank you for walking with me, and thank you for allowing me to walk with you. Unending blessings upon you, Holy One. Unending.